Hey guys, hope you're doing well today. I thought I would kind of change things up and do a little bit of a tutorial, so a little bit different than my usual reviews. As you can tell, I only have makeup on this side and none on this side. I mean eyelid wise. And the reason for that is I was going to do kind of like a little quick tutorial on applying eyeshadow and kind of giving you that effect of a crease for anyone who has flat eyelids or Asian eyes. As you can tell, my eyelid is just completely flat across. So I don't have that crease right there. Of course, you can feel where the eye socket is, but it's not a prominent crease like, you know, most Caucasian people or whoever else has a crease. So, growing up, you know, when I was putting makeup on, I didn't have, you know, a lot of people who were Asian and knew how to do makeup, to teach me really how to do it. So what I would do is just leave like, you know, that highlight space right there, and then everything else would pretty much be flat across color. So it was kind of boring, just one single color. Until recently, maybe the past couple of years, I started watching more videos or watching other people apply makeup. And of course, when they were applying it, they had an actual crease. So it got to that point where I was like, okay, there's a lot of looks that I really do like that have a crease, and I want to be able to do them too. So I figured out more of, I guess, a better way to achieve that crease look. And this video might not seem like a big deal, or it's just something that's really simple and you might be going, well, duh, of course that's all you have to do. But, you know, there's some people out there like myself once was, or, you know, girls who are just starting out in makeup that don't really know how to do it, or they're kind of scared to go in there and, you know, figure out how to create that crease. So that's why I wanted to do this video. And I know there's a lot of other YouTubers out there who are Asian that have, you know, put out makeup looks that, you know, are like a crease look, or have given tips to Asian girls, but I just thought I would, you know, share my own tips too. So yeah, okay. The three brushes that I'm going to use, I'm going to show you guys first. I used to use this brush from Target, and this is just kind of like a blending brush. Sometimes it looks like there's more of like a taper at one side than there is on the other side, and that is pretty good for going in there and doing that crease. Excuse me. And again, like blending out any lines, so I was using that one until I went back through my brushes and found my Real Techniques brushes. Now there's one eyeshadow brush, and I don't know the name of it, or if it's like a tapered blending brush or what they call it, because all the writing has worn off of the handle. But it is this one here, and this one has more of a tapered shape to it all around, so it's a little bit fluffier in the middle and then comes down to this point here, and I've just found that this one works really well too. So I've actually been using this one lately. And then if you have any like flat eyeshadow brush, that one will come in handy too. I'm just using my flat end from the double-sided Urban Decay Naked 2 palette. And then any really big fluffy blending brush, this is the Delium Tools 785. Okay, so those are the brushes that I'm going to be using. And then eyeshadow wise, of course, like I said, you can pick anything that you have. It doesn't have to be the exact same thing I have. And this technique, again, will go for any color that you want to do. Today, like I said, I'm just going to keep it simple. For the highlight, I'm going to use White Lies, so it's just a matte white, and this is the one from Makeup Geek. And then I'm going to use Stealth, which is this gray here, and it's another matte color, and also by Makeup Geek. So again, find something that you have similar, or any other color. It doesn't have to be the same. Alright, so I have a mirror set up on the right side of my camera that'll probably be, actually no, I don't anymore, I took it down. I'm gonna set up a mirror over here in case I need to look that way, because I'm not quite sure how looking in the camera is gonna be. But I'm gonna start off by using Urban Decay's Primer Potion. I just have this sample, and this is their anti-aging primer potion. So I'm just gonna take a little bit And apply that all over the lid, so even up to the eyebrow. Okay. Alright, so that's the first step. And then I'm going to go and get that flat eyeshadow brush. Okay. What I'm going to do is dip it into that white color. And I'm just going to first start out by doing my highlight. Now, some people leave the highlight for last, which is totally okay. I just find it's a little bit easier to have my highlight down when I'm trying to figure out my crease. So I tend to like to do it first. And plus it leaves a little bit of area there that helps to blend out any of the color. Okay. Then I'm going to take the same white eyeshadow again, and I'm going to apply it only on the eyelid space. In the inner corner, I like to pull it up a little bit. But then after that, just on the eyelid. I want to keep it out of the crease. Okay. So after I do that, you can kind of see how my eyelid has a little bit darker naturally of a color right there where the crease would be. And you can actually see that's kind of where the eye socket is. But I don't like, it's kind of hard to explain. I don't like going in with a brush and like kind of tracing it or like filling in color only where that dark spot is. So that's where I found that this technique with the brush helps me out. Okay, so I'm going to pick up that gray color with my Real Techniques brush. And again, start out with a little bit of color. You can always add color. It's a lot harder to take away, okay? And again, I like this one because it does have that flatter edge and a little bit of a point at the top. And what I'm going to do is kind of follow where that dark area is already. And with like light pressure, kind of start filling in that crease. And as far as holding the brush, if you can see, I have it pointed into my eyelid. I'm not doing it like flat against my eyelid or flat like that. Okay, so a little bit of an angle. And it just helps kind of get into that eye socket a little bit better too. So I kind of follow where that highlight was. Let me see in the mirror here real quick. Okay, now here's an option too, and it's totally up to you on how you want to do it. You can extend your crease all the way in, like I'm doing here, or you can leave it more like, you know, just to this area here, and then really gradually fade it out. But sometimes I like to make it a little bit darker towards that inside. Okay, so after we've done that, you want to take a little bit more shadow and start darkening that outer area. Okay, again, dip into the shadow just depending on how much you have in your brush. Now, this is the same thing if you guys have watched any videos or tutorials on makeup looks where someone creates the outer C or the outer V on their eyelid. This is the same thing. All it's doing is extending an area from your eyelash up to that crease area, okay? So we basically finished out that crease, and again, all you want to do is kind of connect those two areas and start blending. And what I like to do is kind of bring that into the eyelid area. So you don't have just like a harsh V line and then like maybe nothing and then like that eyelid color. Okay. Let me pick up my mirror again. Okay, so again, I'm just going in and trying to darken that outer V on the outside area mainly. Because you want it more dark on the outside than, of course, you do on the inner part. And then again, just kind of feathering that color in a little. just touching up the other side while I'm here. And then again, of course, the key to good makeup look is blending. So I'm just going back and blending in some of those harsher lines and blending that outer V area. Okay. So now what I want to do is go back with that flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to pick up that white again and just go back over what I had on the eyelid, and just to brighten it up again, and then go in with that really fluffy brush and do a little bit more blending. So again, just blending that area between the eyelid color and the crease color, and then everything around it. And then just for the rest of it, pretty simple with that same flat brush. I'm going to pick up that gray again and just line my lower lash. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with eyeliner. So if any of you guys have watched any of my other videos, you know that I film my videos on my phone. And the reason for that is because, I mean, I do have a camera I can record on, but I don't have an actual laptop or computer. Decided to get an iPad instead of a computer, and have no way of actually taking my videos, putting them on the iPad, editing them, loading them, etc. So I just do it from my phone. It's a lot easier. So I've actually recorded this video twice before, and the first time I went to pause it so I could put on my eyeliner, and I actually have to press the pause button, not the stop button above it, and I accidentally pressed the stop button. So that cut out the whole rest of my video that I wanted to do. So I had to take off the makeup, do it again. Well, the second time I pause it, it decides that the screen wants to turn off because there's nothing going on, and that completely like stops the video too. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it going. I know it's so much fun watching me put eyeliner on, but I just wanted to be able to finish everything and give you that complete look, because there's actually another step that I like to do after I do my eyeliner. So I'm just using a liquid liner, which I kind of go back and forth between liquid liners and pencil liners. Whoa. And I'm sure there's people out there too who are just like me, but I have the biggest trouble making the sides even. Like, especially with wing liner, it's so hard for me to have them go at the same angle. I don't know. Some people make it look so easy. I'm just going in with a little bit of baby wipe to kind of clean it up. And clean that up because I already put my foundation on. Alright, I'm almost done, guys. This is the only bad thing about using liquid liner. If you're OCD like me, you have to have the lines perfect. Alright, so that's good for now. And I've already got pretty much mascara on. Okay, so the reason why I wanted to wait is because the last step that I like to do is to go back again with that blending brush and that color that I used for the crease, and sometimes I'll go over that top part of where the liner was in case there's any gaps between like that, you know, darker outside V and the liner. And then sometimes if I do my liner too far up, I guess, it cuts out that area right here where it connects to the lash line, if that makes any sense. So I just like to go back and touch that up. Okay. And there you have it. So that is it. So again, it gives you that illusion of having an actual crease where there is none. And of course you'll be able to see it a little bit better, you know, people who don't have glasses. Sometimes I will kind of extend my crease a little bit higher or make it not as thick so that it does stand up behind my glasses so you can actually see the difference. And sometimes I just do it like I have it today. So there it is. I hope that this helps you guys, or, you know, gives you a little bit better of an idea on how to do it, or I guess gives you a little bit more confidence on creating any looks that have a crease if you yourself does not have a crease. Like I said, this is pretty much what I've been doing for maybe the past year or so, since I really started playing around with makeup and practicing and getting better at it. And it seemed to work out for me. Again, you can do this with any sort of eyeshadow colors, just keeping in mind, you know, the same basics as far as applying eyeshadow when you have an actual crease, you know, keeping like the lighter colors on the eyelids or the inner corners of the eye. You know, if you want your crease to be really defined, you know, darker colors. If not, you know, keep a little bit lighter colors. And then, you know, kind of blend in like maybe at the bottom part of the crease something a little bit darker to define it a little bit more. You know, keeping like the darker areas on the outside of that V. So just things like that, you know, like I said, people who do tutorials on themselves that have a creased eye, you keep those same things in mind. So I hope I can't talk now. I hope that this helps you guys out. If you have any questions or anything, or again, have any comments, suggestions, any ideas for any other makeup videos, please let me know in the comments. I do check on my comments pretty much every day. And just to let you guys know, also, I don't know if you really read any of the drop-down descriptions, but I do have an Instagram account that is pretty much strictly like beauty and a little bit of fashion. I think I might only have like one thing right now that's fashion related, but it shows a little bit more of like the different looks that I have created. If you do want to see tutorials on those, I'd be glad to do that. And hopefully this wasn't too bad for the first tutorial, but okay. Hope you guys have a good week, and I will see you next time. Bye.